Yeah, I'll save the best parts for later.
All right. Good morning, everyone. This morning on the Huddle, we're going to continue to talk about content that encourages you, my fellow YouTube creator, podcaster, video influencer. I know right now things are frustrating. Things right now may be discouraging. Why? Because you're looking at your videos and you're not getting the views that you want. You're not seeing the growth on the channel that you want. You're not seeing the subscribers that you want. You don't see the end result of what you want on YouTube. Well, this morning on the Huddle, we're going to address those issues that are important to you and to me. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, huddle up. It is definitely time, a Saturday morning on the Huddle. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you've been wanting to find your passion and purpose on YouTube, we want to welcome you to the show. This morning on the Huddle, we are continuing in our series, which we began last week, about motivating and inspiring you not to quit. Don't ring the bell, as they say in the Navy SEALs, to stick with it. And encouraging you this morning. This morning, we have another great YouTube guest who's going to share his story, why he's not ringing the bell, as they say in the Navy SEALs. So let me just read his bio for you this morning. Today's guest is a creator. He strongly believes that cameras are the compass to his life. He looks to inspire, empower others to help them find their voice, their tools of choice, and to create their world they dream of making a reality for themselves. As a person and a creator, today's guest has been working towards evolving his channel, not only his channel, but himself as a person, as he goes through the challenges of life and sees the growth that he knows he is looking for to have in his life. This morning on the Huddle, we want to welcome the one, the only, Mr. Jeff Eatley. Good morning,
What's
sir.
What's up, guys? Good morning to you.
Hey, sir.
That's a great introduction. Wow, I felt like a WWE star.
Well, that happens as a result. Someone said to me, he said, you've watched WWE in the past, have you? I said, yeah, after you watch enough of the New Age Outlaws and Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, it rubs off on you for a while. Definitely. Jeff, tell our viewers about yourself and how you found your passion and purpose in wanting to start being a YouTube creator.
So we'll do the short version. 15 years of photography now. Bought a camera back in about 2007. Mm-hmm. Took a picture. Was learning with a friend of mine that went to college for it, and took a picture and fell in love. I still use that picture. I still love that picture. I called it Blue Morning, named it, and everything. So that was the start of it. From there, it just kept snowballing. And I did about 10 years through a divorce, through remarriage, through all of this other fun stuff to get me to one day I woke up and somebody said, hey, man, I need to know how to do this with a camera. Can you make a video? And I'm like, well, where would I put it? And he said, put it on YouTube. And I said, fine. And I put it on YouTube. And he was like, bro, that was a cool 6-minute video. You should make another one. So I got my stepdaughter, and we made a video. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I forgot, I had just bought a new camera and it did video really well. Or comparably to what I had before, it did well. It didn't do well for today. But I started making little videos, and it was June 1st, 2018. And my birthday was on June 30th. And I said, oh, I'm going to start a channel on June 30th. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did. I just started creating because the one thing I've always had when it comes to creating is I have zero fear. I may be scared, but I'm fearless. Like, I will run into any situation head first, overwhelmed, nervous, insane, freaking out. But there is some kind of calmness to it that comes over me once you put a camera in my hand. And that's why cameras are my compass. And they have led me to a life over the last 15 years that I sometimes forget because I'm not accomplishing today, or I'm not where I want to be. So I forget about all the amazing things I did. And through Elvin Carmichael and a bunch of other guys, I'm really starting to get to the point where I can celebrate those victories as much as the failures. So that led me to my channel. I built Autofocus, which was my first channel, car camera channel. Thought it was easy. Got to 900 subscribers in 4 months with almost 200,000 views. And then I said, since it's this easy, I'm going to build my channel off of Jeff Eatley. So I canceled that channel and I built my channel off of my name because I really wanted to represent myself as my name. And then we're going to come full circle because 3 years of doing this Jeff Eatley channel, and it has evolved and it has adapted, and I wanted to do cameras and I wanted to teach people and show people my passion for cameras, and that it didn't matter. I love cameras. If you love a guitar, it's the same thing. It's the same creation. It's the same everything. If you love to preach, or if you love, it doesn't matter. This relates across the board. And I got to the point, building this channel, that I've run into a lot of roadblocks and a lot of different things, and I have never been able to hook, while everything has gotten progressively better, and my videos and my passion and my strengths and my weaknesses have gotten stronger, and I still haven't been able to make that connection, and I'm missing something. And that's where the evolution of 3.5 years, we just walked through June 30th. That's my date. I mean, that was 3 years. Now I have to make a choice, evolve or die. Adapt or die, or pivot or die. And that's where today is. And it's been a beautiful journey. And without the journey and without all the lessons and the beatings and the staring at analytics doing what the it was just, I've wanted to throw my monitor out of the room so many times. Like, oh my God, I put 12 hours into this video. It is spot on. The 17 people that watched it all commented, all 17, and YouTube still doesn't care. And I get 82 views. I mean, it's demoralizing. But when I started, the point was never a view. The point was, out of those 17 comments, this one guy messaged me that I hadn't talked to in years and said, bro, it's not about what you talk about. It's about who you are and how you bring it. And dude, you inspire me. And that right there, I ain't quitting, because there may be another guy somewhere like me that is on the brink of breaking the computers. And I want to say, wait, just give it one more day. And that's who I am.
All right now. Hey, this morning, those of you who are watching us on YouTube, let us know where you're watching us from. Drop down in the comments section. Let us know. Give us your feedback. We definitely would appreciate it as we press in this morning on keeping you inspired to not quit and continue to make the great YouTube content, not just for yourself, but for your viewers. Your viewers. Not selfish content, but selfless content that Jeff talked about. When you get that unexpected phone call from someone that you ain't heard from years, and they're like, what's up? What's up, Jeff? What's up, what? I don't see any videos. Why you ain't uploading? Jeff, let me ask you this follow-up question. What have been 3 things as you've been going through this process and this journey? And I guess that phone call was the first one that inspired you and fired you up to say, we're not ringing the bell, as they say in the Navy. Says, I just keep thinking about this documentary, Jeff, just to bring some clarity on Discovery Channel. It was called The Navy SEALs Class 234. And it walked through the whole evolution of how they wanted to be a Navy SEAL. But there were individuals, when things get tough, they go up to this bell and take a baseball bat and they ring it. And they say, this is no longer for me. It starts out with 82 people. It ends up with about 12 people by the time the series is over. So 12 people said, I'm not going to ring this bell. So the first person who called just said, I'm inspiring you not to quit. What were two other either individuals or things that kept you inspired not to quit as a YouTube creator?
Oh man. So right out of the box, when I started 3 years ago, it was such an insane couple of first months. I got somehow hooked up with Nick Nimmons, D Nimmons, Brian G. Johnson, Owen Videos, and all of these guys, and Jeremy Vest. And they were running a show up in Dallas. And I was posting a bunch of photography because I was still 100% photography then. I was doing YouTube for fun. And I had posted up all these pictures in their groups and stuff like that. And I was asking them tons of newbie YouTube questions, which are great. And they were like, dude, your photography is incredible. So we started talking behind the scenes, and they were like, where are you? And I'm like, Lafayette, Louisiana. And they're like, come up to Dallas. In fact, we'll give you a free ticket. And look, we got a guy that has a room. I know this is like next weekend. We have a guy that has a room. You can stay with him. And that's what I did. And I brought up some camera equipment, and I started taking pictures of people and started doing my thing. And I met everybody. Everybody. Like, they introduced me to everybody. It was so funny. I had younger people than me, and I say age-wise, I'm 42. But we had some 20-year-olds over there, 25-year-olds, and they were like, well, how many subscribers you got? And I'm like, 212. And they were like, why are you hanging out with all these guys with 1 million and 500,000? And, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they had that many. I didn't care. It's not about that.
Right.
It was about they needed something and I could provide it, which was photography and pictures. And that led me to, like, immediately, hey, you got to come out to LA to Vid Summit in about 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So they flew me out to Vid Summit to do the same thing, take some pictures of some people. Later on, so that establishment of coming in and them seeing my potential, even when I had no clue what my potential was. I didn't know what my why. I didn't know why I was doing it, really. I just knew I love to create. Let's go create. And still create is my why. I create everything. Opportunities, fun, laughter, life, you name it, photography. So, that group of core guys, including, I can name, there's a list. And they stay in touch and they check on me. And they ask me questions, and I get phone calls from these guys with 1 million subscribers talking about, hey man, I need to ask you something about a thumbnail. That motivates me. I have a purpose that motivates me. And then of course I have other YouTubers that I've reached out to and just said, look, man, this piece of what you're doing is amazing. Now let's work on these 4 or 5 things and we can get you a lot farther. And I got a guy that he does exploring, but he does it in a neat way because he learns the history of the location. Gives you all the history. It's not just go out and explore and see what happens, which is fun too. I like those channels. But he gives you some history of the building, of whatever, and whatever he can find. And he studies and he researches and he does it in a cool way. And he was scared to be on camera, so it was always first person point of view and blah, 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 blah. And I helped him with thumbnails and stuff like that. And this kid, just impresses the hell out of me. I mean, I gave him some tips on how to do camera stuff, just real basic stuff. And we've become friends over the last 2 years. And it's people like that. There's a guy that's actually partially blind. He can only see straight ahead. He can't see anything. And he does a YouTube channel. And it's just him walking around talking about life being blind. But he hits me up because he's like, man, this little spot on your video, man, that helped me. The rest of it, I'll stop listening. But, it was that one moment. And it's all of these core people that constantly remind me that I have a purpose. And even though I haven't figured out exactly what that is, it doesn't matter. You just keep bringing it. And each evolution and each step is getting you there. And if you don't go through the process, you're never getting there. So, that my dad, my dad will watch a video and say, hey, man, I don't know as much as you. Or even when I take a picture, something doesn't feel right about this spot. And he may not know why, but when he says it, I catch it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. That doesn't. And, so that's inspiring. My dad just got his master's degree after having brain surgery last year. He graduated college and he's getting his master's. He's in his first semester. That inspires me. 75 years old, and he's like, I'm still gonna go get it.
Mhm.
That inspires me. There's so many. Evan Carmichael inspires me to no end. The people in the movement maker groups inspire me to no end. I find inspiration in everything. It was incredible. Long story really short, the other day something happened. It was pretty emotional for me. I walked outside and nobody was outside, and I was just sitting in the front yard on the ground, kind of freaking out, kind of having a little anxiety, little panic attack kind of deal. Granted, I felt good about it. It was emotions coming out. I needed to get it out. I needed to have a moment, and I was just sitting there. And there's this kid. He was in the Army. He just came back. His grandmother just passed away, which was our next door neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting out in the front yard with tears in my eyes. And this kid that's like 24 years old came up to me and he was like, hey, man, what's wrong? And then he looked at me and he was like, you know what? I don't even care what's wrong. Stand up. And I stood up. And I've known this kid since he was born because he's only like 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood up and he was like, bring it in. And he gave me a hug. He said, I don't care what's going on. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. If you want to talk about fish, that's fine. But bring it in and give me a hug first. That inspires me. Mm-hmm. This was just some dumb little kid. And he told me, Jeff, man, I've been looking up to you since I was a little boy. And, that makes me want to figure out the best way to entertain, to show, to explain, to travel, to do whatever the hell I'm going to end up doing. I cannot let off.
Right. Hey, definitely. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this interview discussion on staying inspired on YouTube as a creator, drop down in the comments section and give me a hashtag value. And we certainly want to give a shout out to all our replay viewers who watch the replay. Give us a hashtag replay as you are getting great value and content out of this discussion on how to stay inspired as a YouTube creator. Jeff, I was watching one of your videos, doing my homework, as I always do in bringing on new guests, and I stumbled across a video, and I apologize for not remembering the title, but you were focusing primarily on your viewership and analytics. And I said, oh, this is a great question, because so many times, and let me make this disclaimer, I don't like the term small YouTubers. I don't like that. And so I always say new and up and coming growing YouTubers, which we are. We see the lack of views. We see the lack of growth in the channel. We get a couple of subscribers and we lose some subscribers, not realizing maybe those were just bots. And we just say, oh, I just, like you say, have a moment, start to get frustrated and say, I don't want to upload no more videos. I'm done. But you did something in this video that really made me go back into the classroom and said, I need to go look at my analytics. And so how is analytics, YouTube analytics, inspired you, like you said, to say, I am not throwing in the towel and giving up. I'm going to figure this out and we'll find out why this channel is not connecting with my viewers. How has analytics helped you do that?
I really want to start with this because I think if you're under a couple of hundred subscribers, if you're just starting out, stop it. Settle down. First of all, when I started out, I met all these incredibly big YouTubers and they were teaching me all this stuff. And it was like level 3 stuff. And I was on level -1. Stop it. Slow down. Okay. When you're looking at your analytics, do not drive yourself crazy, start causing gray hairs and all this stuff. Relax. The first like 30
too much gray
videos,
hair. Sorry.
Yeah. The first like 30 videos, man, just put them. Just throw them out there. Who cares? Look, you're not going to get them. Okay, the chances are you may. The chances are you're not going to get 1 million views on your first 20 videos. It's not going to happen. If it does, I clap. But it's not. So just put them out there. Settle down. Relax. Build. Now, once you get some information out there And YouTube needs information. Analytics need information. And if you don't have enough, there's nothing it can tell you. So TubeBuddy and all these other platforms, when you're that small, it's very hard for them to teach you anything because they just don't have enough information. Get to 50 videos. Make it a mindset and a goal. I'm not even going to look until I get to 50 videos, other than my view count. Let's see if anything's getting views. Because if something does spike, you really need to learn. But if it doesn't, just go. Now, I got to 200 videos. Now, this is some effort. 200 videos is some effort.
Mm-hmm.
And I put out a little bit of everything. Now, everything tied back to cameras, because that's where I start my journey. But looking at the analytics and looking through all of this stuff, I come to find out that one video in particular is spiking, and it went to like 10,000 views. And now I have a couple of videos that have gone 10,000, 20,000 views. And some of them are just steady progressions. Great. That's what you want. It's nice to have a spike from time to time, but, you know, steady progression is what you want.
Correct.
And then this one channel all of a sudden started getting me like 200 subscribers. And I'm like, okay, so now we have information and we can do something with this. So I started looking into it, and I got together with my buddy from Ember Sky Media, Graham. We were doing the Vita Challenge, and it was fantastic. We were doing a video every day in April, which was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And, you know, we sat down and started looking at this, and he said, Jeff, if you dig down in your analytics, you can see that 90% of your viewers on this video are coming from India, and they're only watching 30 seconds of it. And only 1% is coming from America. And they're watching 6 minutes of a 9-minute video, which is great retention, by the way. That's what, 60, 70%. So I'm like, wait a second. So we started looking, and it was the only video like that on my whole channel out of 200 something videos. And it was, you know, let's talk to a few people. Let's reach out to a few people, see how they feel about it. And while it was pulling 75% of my audience and 75% of my views, I deleted the video. Well, not deleted it. I made it private. And just said, this is not the direction for my channel. This is not the direction I want to go. First of all, views from that part of the world, while they're good, and if you're getting a bunch of views on another video, let it go. Whatever. Fine. Once you pass 1,000 subscribers and X amount of views, fine. Let it be. But when you're growing and you're trying to teach YouTube who you are, get rid of it. Stop it. It's only going to hurt you in the long run. It's only going to give you information that's not valid. And even the views from over there, when you're looking at your analytics, and I say over there, not just India, anywhere else.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah, let's not lock in on India. It just happened to be India. It could have been Africa. It could have been Japan. It could have been anywhere. But in fact, some of these get a lot of Pakistani or Iraqi or stuff. And I've seen people's videos. We did some research. We found some other people with this problem, and their videos were spiking from all of these weird, you know, different countries that had nothing, didn't even speak lick of English. So how do you watch my videos? So, you know, it kills retention. It does all of this stuff. So we killed that video and just knew that in the long term, it's better for my channel. It's better for YouTube. And you don't even get paid as much. Like if you were monetized, those views aren't going to count like a view from Canada, America, English speaking countries, stuff like that. So it's not helping. It's giving you a false sense of something, but don't. So analytics right there is huge for finding out information like that. Now, when you're starting, analytics is great for watching your video to see where people drop. Because if you're doing something in your video, like a 20-second intro, and you see it go from 90% to 70 to 30, and then come back up to 40, get rid of that. Whatever that drop is, get rid of it. Nobody cares about your intro. You're not Seinfeld. You don't need a 30-second intro. You need a 2-second intro. Mine's going to be my logo slinging by. Shoo. That's it. Right now, mine is, let's see what's next. I snap, it pops to a word, and then it pops to the video. And it takes less than 3 seconds. It's got to be that fast. Get with it. Now, yes, that does impress people if you snap roll it and get through it. And by the way, my voice comes in underneath the intro. So my voice is actually carrying all the way through it. So it's nonstop. But, you know, so that if you can see drops in your videos or something like that, that's going to give you a ton of information on when your viewers are getting bored with you. Take your friend and tell your friend to watch a video all the way through and tell you the exact moment he was like, I don't want to watch this no more. And then look at that moment and figure out what you did. Do that. That's what analytics are for. Analytics are also for look at your top 10 videos. If you've made 50, look at your top 10, make more like that. Stop making the bottom 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Easy. If you made this video about, this gadget over here and it did nothing, but you made one over here and it did 10 times more, guess what? Go in that direction. Follow it. It will teach you everything you need to know. It will basically walk you through it. And the more information you get into it, and the only way to get more information is more videos. It still comes back to the heart of it. If you're struggling, make another video. If you're doing great, make another video. Doesn't matter. Make another video.
Make another video. And, as I was looking at my analytics last night, and I looked at my top 10 videos that were performing, and at first I was looking at 28 days. But I said, no, let me look at 90 days. Let me look at the 90
days. Look at 365.
Right. And I said, wait a minute. All of my top 10 performing videos are my live streams. I said, whoa, wait. Now that's good. That's good. It's letting me know people are resonating with these live stream shows that we're doing to add value, to bring on other YouTubers, influencers, and podcasters to encourage people to find their passion and purpose through and on YouTube. But I said, wait a minute. Where are my videos? And I said, whoa, there was a moment where I found myself, I got stuck on the live stream train and I stopped making videos, and it showed in my 90 days. And I said, oh, okay, I need to be able to bring a balance to this. There's, there's got to be a balance here. There's got to be some broccoli and string beans. There's got to be some potatoes and some meat or fish. I got to bring a little balance to this because I'm going too much on the live stream train. I mean, have you seen that even in your evolution and your growth where you can just go on a tangent?
I've made videos about that exact situation. Hey, I made these 4 videos. Did nothing. Made this other video I almost didn't care about. I just made it to make it. And boom, it's doing 800 views instead of 80. And it's that little bit of information that you can parlay. Now, doesn't mean you always have to follow those. You can evolve it. Don't think that it's locked in stone. I mean, I've seen, you take Mr. Beast. I like to use him as an example because I studied him for a year. And I got to meet him. And ask him questions to his face. And you take somebody like that, and sometimes when you make a video, a one-off video kind of thing, and it catches, it still may not be what you're about. So you need to still keep yourself. You don't. Now, on a side note, there are some people that, and this happens every day on YouTube, there are people could care less about the product they're putting out. They don't care.
Right. This is true.
They put out, it's just their job. And I guarantee you some of these channels have millions and millions and millions of views. There's no passion. There's no love. This is a guy that comes in, cookie cuts a video about whatever, puts it out there, and it gets 500,000 views. And then he does it every single day. And his job is for 8 hours a day to put out a video. Look, if that's what you're into, go right ahead. I mean, you could literally collect cat videos and make cat videos and then put out cat videos and you'll get views if that's what you want as your job. That's just not who I am. So you can cookie cut anything, but don't reinvent the wheel. Just put a little different rim on it and you're good. So, but back to if you're doing it and it's with your face and your love and your passion and your kind of thing, you got to stay true to yourself. And you can't sell yourself out. And you can't, you better evolve and you better figure out how to adapt. Because I have to take all this passion and all this crazy. I can't just turn a camera on, make a video, and expect your guys to watch it. I have to have a purpose to it.
Right.
So, we'll slide off of, this is not truly analytics anymore, but when you're making a video and you want to make it a little bit better, I want you to have one topic. I don't care what field you're in. We'll take coaching. If you're a coach, have one topic. Your topic would be like this video, staying inspired, staying motivated. That is your topic. Make sure that every sentence and every purpose of that video is connected. If you get off on a tangent where you're getting out into other realms, cut that, make a new video. That's a different video. Keep it on point. Stop worrying about whether it's 4 minutes or 17 minutes. How much can you sell me? And how long does it take to sell me that idea? So if that idea takes you 17 minutes, sell it to me in 17. If it takes you 6, make it 6. Stop chasing all of these numbers. Make good quality on topic. Now, as you evolve, you'll be able to add in a little more flavor and jokes and fun and different things that make it uniquely you. But in the beginning, just make a good, solid video.
Boom. Boom. That's what it is. Make it a great, solid video. Hey, I know you're getting great value out of this discussion here. I certainly are. Certainly am. So give us a hashtag value. If you haven't had a chance to click the thumbs up button, give us a like. And if you haven't had an opportunity, we want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and to click the alert notification button. Hey, Jeff, we're going to get ready and get up out of here. What are 3 things you wish you knew as a YouTube creator if you were beginning and see how you talked about how you started one channel and you killed it and said, I'm going to start it. What are those 3 things that you said, okay, this is what I knew when I did autofocus. Here's what I'm going to do with Jeff Eatley.
What are 3 things I'm going to do next? Okay. Maybe I just got confused. Go ahead.
No problem. 3 things 3 things you wish you knew.
Oh, okay.
That,
so
you wish you knew that you would knew back then that you would say, I'm going to start that now, that you would share with a new YouTuber, new person who's starting YouTube for the first time.
3 things. Number 1, nothing happens unless you do something. Get up. Good day, bad day, I don't care. Use whatever fuel that fuels you for that day. Use it, create something. I have stood on the side of a McDonald's and made a video. I have stood in my backyard, made a video. I've sat in a bathroom, made a video. If the moment hits you and the passion is there, make a video. Put it out there. Do not care. You're looking for one comment. You're looking to connect with one person. When you're starting out, try to connect with one person through a video. There's your fuel. Go make another one. So just make the video. We all suck in the beginning. We all have our different talents. You can't figure anything out without making a video. Make a video. So without anything else, make a video. This is what I yell at myself. I'm like, why is my channel struggling? Why is my channel not doing? Oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna go make another video.
Okay.
And is it about that topic? Maybe. Is it about, I got a new coffee cup? I don't know, but I'm going to make something. The next thing that comes to my head, I'm going to make something because I'm not to the point where I need to keep it strategically perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So I just make a video and then we'll react to what it does. Number 2 thing. There is one thing special about every single human being is that we're all different. At the end of the day, we're all the same. We all have the same problems, basically, with our own tweaks. We all have the same struggles. We all have the same fears. We all handle them differently and do it uniquely us. The one thing that I don't care, you want to go be the next Mr. Beast? Then do it your way. Because Mr. Beast can never do it your way.
Great point.
Now, whether or not that's going to be better than him or not, who cares? If you want to be the next guy to figure out a way to go out and give millions of dollars to people randomly, then go do it and start with $5. If you want to be the next great piano guy, then start making music your way. That's what's going to separate you. There's nothing else. It's all the same tire. Just be the new rim. Can't remake the wheel. Just be the new rim and just make it you. I do mine. When I turn a camera on, I normally screw up the first line 3 times. I kind of do it on purpose because the 3rd or 4th time I start laughing and I start getting mojo, and then I roll and I roll with it. And I can come out and just make a video. And people, I work at a dealership, a car dealership, and I have to train the salesmen to make videos. And they freak out how I'll just walk out and they're like, well, what would you say about this car? And I'm like, it's purple. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm Jeff. I'm at Motor City. And that's a purple car. We're going to talk about it. And they're like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm just not scared. I'm not scared of who I am. I'm not scared of what I can do. And then I'll figure it out from there. So, and then I think really all new YouTubers make 30 videos before you look at your analytics, or make 20 at least. Do not drive yourself nuts. I'm going to go back on that because that's big. I drove myself nuts the first 6 months. I overwhelmed myself. I almost quit 3 times. It hurts. You stare at that stuff and nothing happens, and it hurts. If you're really 100% into this and dedicated and truly passionate about it, you're going to feel it in your skin. You're going to have headaches. You're going to wake up and just say, I want to break my cameras. You're going to, you know, all of these emotions, use them. They are good. You have to have them. You're supposed to have them because that's what pushes you through. Because when you have the little bit of bad, it's going to equal out. If you keep going and you don't give up, it's going to equal out. It's a pendulum. Life is a pendulum. Swing the sucker high on a lose. Well, guess what? It's going to swing high on a win.
That's
it's
right.
going to. And just grind. Make a video when you don't want to.
All right. Hey, where can our viewers find more of your great content on YouTube?
Man, I am Jeff Eatley across every single platform. I'm pretty much hanging out there, either Jeffrey or Jeff Eatley, and I'm working to switch it all to Jeff Eatley. And on that note and evolution, if we have one more minute.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, so on that note, we're talking about evolution, and I just hit my 3-year mark as of June 30th of making channels. And my channel, because of so much grinding into photography, 250 videos. And yes, people, if you ever have a question about cameras, photography, thumbnails, come communicate with me. I'm on every social media platform. I will help you. I'm going to make some behind the scenes places to help people with this. But a lot of my friends tell me a lot of times, Jeff, why are you tripping? Well, then it became a joke because I was always tripping out and being all excited. Then it became a joke that I was going on a lot of trips. And they were like, so why are you tripping and where are you tripping to next? And my channel is evolving because if you come hang out with me, you're going to go tripping with Jeff. And I am rebuilding an RV. I'm remodeling it. I have my car. I'm working on that to have the decals on it and everything. And everywhere I go, I'm going to go create a video. And we're going to find amazing locations and amazing businesses and amazing people. And we're just going to create from the road. And it's going to be a travel lifestyle, kind of little bit of creator stuff, because we'll talk about all the gear and stuff like that behind the scenes when I'm chilling in the camper. But you know what? We are going tripping. That's what we're going to trip out. And that's where my evolution has taken me. And we're going to run this. And I'm just like you guys that are starting out. So my 250 videos don't matter anymore because I'm going to try to retrain YouTube. And it's going to take 3 months, 50 videos. That's what it's going to take. And I'm shooting for 60 in 3 months. That's my goal. 45 is the bad day. 60 is the perfect. So we're going to make videos and I'm going to retrain YouTube to understand that my videos is about travel, cameras, and and meeting people. And that's exactly where, and you're gonna be tripping with Jeff. So if you're ready to go tripping and have some fun, and we're gonna do some collaborations, and I'm gonna meet up with people as I travel around the country in the next couple of years, and it's gonna be a blast. And I'm really looking forward to this spin. And then at the end of that 60 days or 90 days, I'm going to start looking at analytics, and I'm going to start figuring out what works and what doesn't. And we'll probably talk about that too.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to follow, keep tabs on you on the journey and keep touch with you as you are on this journey up here in Long Island, New York. Question of the day for all my existing YouTubers who are frustrated and discouraged because you don't see no views, you're not seeing the growth. You're like, you got to pull your hair out moment. And so my question of the day for you is, when is the last time you looked at your YouTube analytics to find out your top 10 videos? Drop down in the comment section and give us your feedback so that we can encourage one another to be able to see the growth we all want to see on our channels. Jeff, I want to thank you again. We are definitely going to stay in touch. I'm definitely going to have you back on the huddle. If you give you the 90 days that you need so you can keep us updated on the progress as you are taking your road trip on this journey of the Jeff Eatley YouTube channel. So we want to thank you. Again, if you haven't had an opportunity yet to subscribe to the channel, we want to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, and to click the alert notification button. We're going to get out of here, but we always close with Proverbs 19 and 21, and it says, many are the plans in the person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today and let God's purpose prevail in your life. Create a video today with some passion. God bless. Jeff, stay on for a few minutes as we bring this to a close.
Place.